Warning: the activities depicted in the following video were performed by an unsupervised, unqualified, self-taught enthusiast. When choosing to replicate anything you see here, viewer judgment and common sense are advised.
Hey, this is Nikki. This is Scratching the Dirt, and welcome to our first video in June. If you've been with me since the beginning, you know and have seen some of my struggles with talking on camera, figuring out where the camera lens is, filming things. And so I've got just some footage of things that I'm going to throw in here today. We're going to do kind of a May recap. We're going to look at some stuff that I took pictures of at the beginning of the month and from the garden and what it looks like now. And then I've just got some different clips of things that have been going on during the month of May. Looking at the difference in growth over a month is one of my favorite things to do. I think it's so cool the way the gardens just explode in May, and the things that you plant so baby and tiny grow so quickly. So we're definitely already at a point where we're getting harvests in the garden, and a month ago I wasn't getting that much. So it's pretty exciting to go back and look. So you're going to see some pictures of some of the changes of some of the crops. Sorry, I make myself laugh because I call them crops, like because I'm a farmer. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at some other just kind of like blooper type things. And we're just going to take a look around and see how things have changed and kind of swing into June and get ready for hotter weather, much hotter weather and less rain, and all of the things that we get here in this zone. I don't know if I've ever said it before, but I'm in zone 9A. I am in Texas, and we have some pretty humid, pretty hot weather here. And you'll see evidence of that in some of the plants out there, some of the crops that have either gone completely away, or you can see a little bit of heat damage that's going on, and some of those things we need to address. So strap in. Here comes a bunch of random clips and looks at things that have been happening and just kind of fun stuff I want to show you. Did you know that the longer a camera is in my face, the more I will ramble? I didn't know that. I'm learning right now. So this is my chaos circle. This was covered, this area was kind of covered with a bunch of different weeds. Well, really, it had several citrus plants in it. And Jose came in and cleared a whole lot out, and we just put this little border around it. And the first summer we were here, I chaos gardened in here. I put a bunch of seeds together and I just threw them out here and waited for them to grow. And then last year we did kind of the same thing, except for there were some things that stayed and they came back. And then there were other things that I saved from other spots and put them in here. This year, I haven't done anything with this at all. And the reason for that is because of our friend. I don't know if you can see our friend here. The first year we were here, I didn't know how to identify poison ivy, and I got poison ivy and I got it bad. It went systemic. It was brutal. We kind of had it knocked back last year, but then we haven't done anything this year. So it's coming back. These are all weeds. We actually see these kinds of weeds on the side of the highway. And then we have a lot of pecan trees. So the squirrels like to bury the pecans in here. So this is a project that either is gonna get some of our attention in late summer or fall or winter. I don't want it to remain like this. I like the idea of having, especially flowers over here, because they do bring in a lot of pollinators. And it's just pretty. This, obviously right now, this is not pretty. But because we were making so many changes to the garden to correct the mistakes I made in the first 2 years, this has been ignored. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do with it to kill all this back. We want to save the century plant, but beyond that, everything in here needs to go. So I've been thinking about tarping it, just, you know, putting a black tarp over it and just letting everything suffocate out. And then I thought about plowing it, tilling it, either probably in the winter and then, you know, trying again next spring. I am concerned about tilling it though, because there is that poison ivy. So that's going to be our number one priority, is to make sure that the poison ivy is gone before we do anything else. But there you go. That's the circle, the chaos circle. It's definitely looking chaotic right now. There's a squirrel over there. And there's a bug right here. I mean, like literally, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it's like, shoom, shoom, shoom. It's just bugging me. And there it went again. And there it goes again. Like, I need a swatter or something. Seriously, I think it's one of those gnat things, those little bitty things that like get like right in your face and then they won't leave. So if you see my eyes darting around, I don't do recreational drugs. It's just a gnat. It's just a bug. So okay, car coming. Hopefully you can see. If you've noticed before, we had an incomplete fence, and Jose came in and he added these kind of like temporary gates. It was because the deer had already shown up, and we had two openings, one on this side and one on the opposite side where the gates are going to go, and we hadn't had a chance to put the fences or the gates in yet. And so we have that side's completely closed off and blocked off. This side over here is got a spot where I can roll that wire out of the way and I can get into the garden. So I just wanted to show you guys that we do finally have deer protection, and so far it's been working. Nothing has been eaten since we put those temporary gates up. So progress. That little plant in that pot right there, that's the Swiss chard that the deer ate on the other side. So I brought that in here once we got the temporary gates put in and they can't get in the fence. So hopefully she's going to come back, and it looks like she is, slowly. There's another box you can get in the other box. You don't have to yell. Chickens. Y'all see that? That marigold is putting in some work. She got huge. I don't know what I've just done to the irrigation that my husband has been working on, but it sprung a leak and all the water pressure died at the leak, and so I can't use it. I've been super excited about the idea of irrigation because it takes a long time, especially later on, July, August, September, when we get into the even hotter months. It takes a very long time to water everything that I'm growing, because we do have a really long growing season, and I'm very grateful for that. But it takes a lot of time. We have high humidity, but we also have super high temperatures. So it is a constant battle for some of these plants to stay moist. And so the idea is to try to get an irrigation system in. But of course, in true Nikki fashion, I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. And so I found these sets on Amazon on, like, what do they call that? Amazon Black Friday or something. Anyways, I found these sets, and my husband went and got like extra pieces that make it complete. And he ran all this tubing and all this stuff. And then I touch it one day when he's not here and it like blows a leak. So I'll let him know when he gets home that I broke his project. And he will come out here and tinker with it some more for me. Hopefully we can get it up and running. So something's going on with my goji berry. See how it gets real thin. The leaves have fallen off. There's some berries up there. Let's see. There's some berries up there. That part that's going up over the roof of the chicken run. There's some berries down there. I guess I need to look that up and see what might be happening here. Hi guys, it's Nikki. This is Scratching the Dirt. I just want to real quick let you know what you're going to see today. So I will see you definitely. Okay, so that's a wrap for May's recap video. Just a fun little group of videos and photos that I had that I wanted to show y'all. Here we when I started this channel and I was thinking about it, it was chickens, gardening, and growth, right? Like I haven't done a whole lot on the growth thing. You probably are seeing it as we go through here. The growth is kind of self-development type thing. I am an educator at heart, former educator in a public school system, and also I work in a job now where I get to use my education background. So I am really big on learning and personal growth. And so there's been a lot of things that have been really kind of tugging at my heart lately. And I thought, well, I really want to talk about that. And I want that to be the growth piece of what's going on. But it is at this point kind of different from the chicken keeping and kind of the more homestead type things that I'm trying to do. I believe they all work together. I believe it's all part of the choices I've made in my life and that I want to make in my life and the lessons that I've learned. So as I go through this next week, getting ready for the following week's video, I'm going to start thinking about that. I'm thinking I might start off with like separate videos where I just talk about the things that are going on, the lessons that I've learned, the stories that I can share. So I'm going to be putting some thought into that, but just know that I would love feedback from anybody watching to know whether or not you're interested in that, whether you don't mind it being in the same video or you'd rather them be separate. I know that I don't have a ton of subscribers right now, but any kind of feedback that will help me improve and make your viewing experience better is greatly appreciated. I just watched myself back talking on camera and I realized that my eyes are doing this thing today. I don't think in previous videos you guys have ever seen where my eyes do this kind of droopy thing. They look kind of half closed. I can open them. We'll talk about it at some point, but I had a brain tumor years ago and it does this to my eyes, especially this one, my right eye. For some reason, it gets really, really closed and I always look different. My eyes look different in photographs. This is the first time I've seen it happen on camera, but just so you know, don't worry about me. It's okay. It's just my droopy eyes. But that's going to be it for today. If you aren't one of my subscribers, please feel free to subscribe, get the notifications, like this video, share it if you'd like to. So I will see you definitely next Sunday for the next normal upload. In the meantime, you may see another upload from me, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But thank you very much for being here with me today. And until we see each other again on YouTube, you guys keep scratching that dirt.